Game of Learners 2022. The program was developed to enhance digital and coding skills amongst university students in Africa. Powered by Microsoft's Africa Development Center, Game of Learners is run in the form of a hackathon and engages directly with students across Africa, regardless of their higher learning institution. This season has 40 undergraduate students drawn from Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and South Africa. The main objective is to establish a fun, hands-on learning experience and to empower participating students to develop positive solutions that impact their communities. Game of Learners, building products that address Africa's pressing challenges. Climate change is an urgent issue globally. Efforts like the Paris Convention 2016, resulting in a legally binding international treaty, has strived to see an integration between tech solutions and mitigating the climate crisis. The metaverse has the power to make the world a better place. Over the last 5 weeks, we've tapped into some of that potential, and it's only the beginning. It's been a journey, from selecting and training the captains to forming teams, establishing collaboration methods, working with coaches, and of course, coming up with the winning solution. As we await to see who the finalists are, and thereafter the winner of Season 3, let's have some fun. The teams are gathered at a science fair, and each team is to come up with a piece of art representing their solution. This is the first time that most of the participants are meeting physically.
My experience throughout the 5 weeks was, I would say it in one word, it was really fast-paced. As a captain, I had to manage a team. I had to communicate clearly and also be a leader. I think that we've come up with a good idea that can really help in mitigating this climate change crisis. So even if we don't win, I just expect to get help or even participate in Imagine Cup. We want people to start planting trees, and it can't happen when it is in our laptop. If we win, yes.
For me and my team, we expect to present our project to the judges, and we also expect to learn and also win the competition. For me, it has been an innovative journey. Personally, I have been a team captain for Team Simba. I've actually gained leadership skills and communication skills. It has been an amazing experience.
I had a lot of experience when you have to work with very new people from various fields, and then you need to work together and brainstorm to come up with an idea, which also helped me with the issue of team dynamics. Hopefully, we are going to win this.
Game of Learners has definitely gone past my expectations when I was coming in. I came in here not really that experienced with software, but within the 5 weeks of the competition, we were able to come up with a tangible solution for the proposal that we had, which was so inspiring. The support was amazing, and then the fact that I was getting to participate in this with a team. I knew none of the team members I was with, but we built the rapport, came up with a solution and coded it out, and it's an amazing experience. Whatever happens after this, we definitely intend to go further with the solution and flesh it out more so that we can take it to the market.
My experience in Game of Learners has been fun. This collaborative effort has really taught me a lot about working in a team. So I've learned a lot about tech, mostly Azure DevOps and collaboration. Actually, I've also learned a lot about deploying solutions online and having real users use our application.
It's actually surpassed my expectations, and it's been a wonderful experience getting to meet my teammates and getting to network and learn various skills. I've learned a lot of soft skills, I've learned how to manage people, I've learned how to follow up on work, I've learned how to meet deadlines, I've learned how to be effective and make sure that everyone does what they were supposed to do. It's been a fun competition, so I expect to win. But even if we don't win, the amount of learning experience we've been exposed to is worth it.
It's been a race against time, and now we've reached the moment we've all been waiting for. Over the last 5 weeks, the teams have brought their A game, meeting every challenge with enthusiasm, innovation, and persistence. In the last 2 episodes, we watched the teams pitch their products. After that, they were entered into a tournament-like competition through which the finalists were determined. It's time to find out who they are.
I'm going to be announcing 2 teams that are going into the championship, that are going to be presenting to the live judges. So all your pitches were reviewed by 21 judges, and these 2 teams will be going into the finale of Game of Learners Season 3. Are you nervous? My heart is beating. The 2 teams that are going into Game of Learners Season 3 Championship are Team Green Wavers. And the other team is Team The other team is Team Suzwe.
Now, it's time for our finalists and the judges to meet face to face. Both Team Suzwe and Team Green Wavers have 3 minutes to present their idea. As we figure out who'll kickstart the pitching, let's meet the judges.
It is heads. When do you want to go? First or second? Second. So, Team Green Wavers, you go first.
Our idea is about encouraging people to plant trees. And how are we doing that? We've realized that carbon dioxide is a major contributor of the global warming. Global warming causes climate change crisis, and therefore we are out to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide on the environment. So we found out that trees are a better way to do this. There is really less people planting trees and more people cutting down trees. So how can we make people plant trees? We have come up with a solution. Our solution is a tree planting website. When someone has planted a tree, they take a picture of the tree, and then they upload the picture on our website. With the help of Azure Computer Vision, the object in the image is detected. The number of tree count for that particular person is increased by 1, or the number of trees that are in that image. So whoever has the highest number of trees planted gets to win a smartphone. And then how are we going to get the funds to buy the smartphones? With the traffic that is coming on our website, we have a place where you can contribute to our project.
The idea of people taking photos and posting them, and I think they have something to track that it's truly a photo. That is something I think very refreshing, very new. I've not seen that before. They're addressing the actual challenge.
Tree planting is an all-inclusive process because I don't believe you can do it alone. And in any case, even the app they're mentioning is only capturing what others are doing. So the mere fact that theirs is to encourage people to do it and they upload in the system, that means they are also trying to involve other people.
How are you going to avoid people uploading the same photos more than once?
We are going to have a feature in our website where it will ensure that you don't upload edited picture or a picture that has been photoshopped or duplicate.
The sustainability part of it. How are they going to be able to sustain the project in the long run? So that did not come out quite as clear.
How will a layman know that the website exists? How are you going to market and publicize your website? How are you going to measure the traffic so that you can monetize it on the website?
Our target audience are people who already have a smartphone. If you are able to operate Facebook, it's just a matter of uploading your picture and then you enter into the competition. Anybody who gets into our website is able to upload a picture. That is how we'll know the traffic. And how we are marketing, we already have an Instagram, we have Twitter, and we have Facebook accounts.
Though the idea is very novel, how will I know the website exists? You talk about we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter. We need to go beyond that.
The issues around marketing strategy of this particular initiative, I think they will probably need to do a bit more.
Most people today still listen to the old good radio. So how do you reach that farmer? We still have a lot of programs in the radio for the farmers, because the farmers are the ones who are on the ground.
My question is in regards to revenue generation. How does this generate revenue?
It's a non-profit. We are not up to making profit. We just want to ensure that it's a social impact project. Where the smartphones are coming from, we are going to partner with organizations that need more trees planted. And also on our website, the traffic that is coming in, we are going to have a place where they can contribute towards the project.
Issues around sustainability and scalability were not very clear to me. I also don't believe that you should motivate people to plant a tree by giving them a phone. It really should be a mindset that you're trying to nurture, that doesn't matter where I am, I'm just planting a tree. I don't have to be rewarded for it. Otherwise, then you end up having a sort of a limited period where people feel motivated to plant the trees.
There are many ways to mitigate against the climate change issues, and of course one of them is to grow trees. Our tree coverage, I think right now we are about 7%. We need to get to the 10%.
Over and above what you've talked about, I'll be interested to know about the sustainability of your project and also scalability.
We want to partner with organizations that are really interested in tree planting. It's not just about the hackathon. I mean, this is nice, but we look forward to ensuring that it gets to the market.
I think the project is very nice. It can really transform. We still have a lot of challenges today in terms of climate change, in terms of harvesting of trees and planting of trees. And I think the whole idea is quite good.
When we were thinking of a project, we thought, why not target agriculture? We realized that agricultural practices contribute 19 to 29% of GHG emissions in Kenya, and that carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide are primarily emitted through pesticides, fertilizers, and fungicides.
So basically for our solution, it's a platform where farmers come and upload details about their crops they're growing, and they also give us a way of getting back to them. The data is sent to Power BI, where it is analyzed, and the results of the analysis are stored in the Power BI for future references and research.
The project is going to be supported through the community initiatives by any funds remaining. We'll also be offering fertilizers at subsidized rate, and also we'll be cooperating with other climate initiatives so that we can help them achieve their goals. So what next for Clima? We shall be integrating USSD, and if possible, we shall also be including the agricultural officer so that they can help us reach out to the farmers in case they don't know how to use USSD. And also we'll be integrating some IoT devices, for example, in specific regions, so that we can ensure that if there's any change in, for example, acidity in soil, we can notify the farmers.
Coming to the Team Suzwe, they were very confident. I think they made a very good presentation, but then again, they were too technical for me. And also, I didn't understand also in terms of data, where are they sourcing this data from?
My question will be, where are you mining your data from? The ones that you're sharing to the farmers and all that.
We'll be having a team of technical experts, at where the data is coming to. For example, the farmer sends maybe a disease that he has spotted on his crop or a pesticide or a fungicide. The technical team analyzes it. They come up with their best solution that doesn't harm Mother Nature.
I think from where I sit, the only challenge is what about that farmer who does not have access to internet and does not have probably a phone that can send a message, or them mining the data from this particular farmer? That probably is something that can be polished as we go along. But I think it's a good idea because a number of diseases actually emanate from the fertilizers that we use, probably wrong fertilizers or pesticides or fungicides and all that.
I'd like to know your marketing strategy for this initiative.
Would like to use the agricultural officers, basically because they have a more one-to-one contact with the farmers. So we'll be using them to market the product, and also we'll be connecting the farmers and other companies such as Twiga, or if possible, the companies that make the fertilizers.
When you talk of agriculture, they play a role in contributing to global gas emissions. One of them is methane. To me, I didn't see it come out very clearly from the group how this will be addressed.
What are the key components from the agricultural interventions that contribute to greenhouse emissions? And how do you intend from your intervention to address the same?
For us, we found that carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide are the main emissions that are being made, and they're being emitted through chemical use. So our idea is to educate farmers on how to better use those chemicals so that they are not contributing to the emissions and they're not contributing to water pollution through erosion of the soil that has the chemicals.
It was not so clearly explained how applicable it is in a rural setup. Because if, for example, you are talking of giving farmers fertilizers, from an environmental point of view, we would see it like it is counterproductive. Because we as environmentalists should not be seen to be so much championing the use of fertilizers at the expense of the natural, manure and all that.
My question is for farmers who are not digitally literate or do not have devices. How do you make sure that what you're doing is inclusive and also reaching that audience?
One of our recommendations is to include USSD in the future, where if a farmer cannot access internet connection, they cannot access a phone or a tablet or whatever, then they can just use their feature phone and dial a number, for example, *111, and then they are able to get the information that we're offering.
For me, I thought it was a bit more technical. I don't know what the team felt about that. The composition of the soil, the acidity of the soil moisture. It would be more technical to the farmers.
The reward system does not seem very good for me as a farmer. I come there, I put my data, you know what is happening in my farm. Then you are not even very sure where the fertilizer you are giving me is coming from.
For every fertilizer, pesticide or fungicide that we recommend to you, we talk to the vendors or the company of that particular fertilizer. So upon telling you what you're supposed to be using, we share something like a code with you. So when you're going to purchase this particular fertilizer, pesticide or fungicide, you are going to buy it at maybe something like 30% off, because the code is coming from we the implementers of the solution.
Again, I feel that this is something they can scale up, probably using what I would call the extension services officers.
Overall, what I was curious to hear if there was that linkage between the new curriculum in Kenya, the CBC, that's really championing climate change, and even the 4K clubs. And I didn't hear any of the teams addressing that, because that's really, for me, a wide platform of really sending the message of climate change from an early age, and even at the secondary school level. So none of them sort of touched on that and focused more on the farmers, but you really want to begin nurturing that mindset of being conscious of the environment and the safety measures from an early learner.
Like any proper competition, there has to be a winner. It's time to announce the winner of Game of Learners 2022.
The winner is Green Waivers.
Can we applause for both teams. Wow, 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 wow.
The coaches for the Green Wavers.
So to be honest, I'm really excited, and I feel like the kind of work we put in to have the students, and we actually push them a bit hard, but we actually see the fruits. It was unending sessions of long nights, but they listened to our advice. Everything we're telling them, we're taking into consideration, and we actually see, and we're really proud of them, and we can't wait to support them more, to take this to another level, and we're really happy. We're really happy for you. Thank you.
Yes, I'm so proud of you guys, and keep on keeping on. Yeah.
And now I'm going to invite Ruth so that she can present the trophy.
Green Wavers, awesome job. I hope there are many, many, many more trees planted out there, and you teach my children that it's amazing to plant trees and to garden and to really help Mother Nature. And without further ado, I am going to present you the Game of Learners Season 3 Overall Winner Award.
And that's it, folks. Another season has come to a close in what feels like a blink of an eye. It's been such an honor and privilege to see these young changemakers apply themselves in this competition with tenacity and courage.
We were not expecting it.
It was our time, and yeah, I'm happy. It's a big milestone.
These kids are amazing, and they have so much talent.
The feeling, it can't be described in words.
Team Green Wavers, making the planet green again, one tree at a time.
Congratulations to Team Green Wavers and to every participant in Game of Learners Season 3. And thanks to you, our audience, for being part of this journey.
To the youth out there, the world is evolving, and there's so many opportunities coming up. One of them is the metaverse. The other one is blockchain, and that means opportunities for you out there. What I'll advise you to do is just make sure that you learn the right skills. Also, enrolling in competitions like Game of Learners, because from there you can learn from your peers, from coaches within Microsoft and other companies. From that, you'll be able to prepare yourself for the future roles and opportunities that are going to be presented to you.